You get up for 40 seconds. When you come back, your dog is already in your spot, still warm from you, completely settled, looking at you like you are the one who's out of place. It's funny, until you realise most people have no idea what's actually driving it. Let's start with the one thing most people get completely wrong. 1. It's not about the cushion. Most people assume their dog steals their spot because it's warm, or comfortable, or simply available, and they're half right. But here's what most people miss. There are 2 completely different versions of this behaviour, and they look almost identical from across the room. The opportunistic version happens when you leave for a long time, 10, 20 minutes, and your dog wanders over, circles twice, and settles because the spot is simply the best option in the room. They're relaxed. They'd move if you asked. There's no particular intensity to it. The version that means something is different. You get up for 40 seconds. You haven't even left the room, and your dog moves with a kind of quiet urgency, directly into your exact spot, not beside it, not near it, and then they look at you. That version isn't about the cushion at all. That's your dog doing something specific, deliberate, and actually quite profound, and it starts with their nose. 2. They're wrapping themselves in you. Your scent doesn't just linger on the couch, it pools there. Every hour you spend in a spot, your body deposits layers of chemical information, your cortisol levels, your stress markers, your baseline emotional state. Your dog's nose can read all of it. A neuroscientist at Emory University trained dogs to lie perfectly still inside an MRI machine, then tested their response to 5 different scents. Out of every scent presented, strangers, other dogs, food, the owner's scent triggered the strongest response in the caudate nucleus. That's the part of the brain wired for reward and positive emotion. Not food, you. So when your dog drops into your warm spot the second you leave it, they're not stealing anything. They're surrounding themselves with the one thing their brain has decided is the best thing in the world. Your warmth fades, your scent doesn't. They are lying inside a version of you they can actually hold on to. A 50-pound border collie, curled tight into the exact dent you left in the cushion, nose tucked down into the fabric. That's not opportunism. That's devotion with a very practical application. And hey, if you're the kind of person who actually wants to understand what's going on in your dog's head, you're in the right place. So hit subscribe. It's the best way to help us reach more dog people who actually care about understanding their dogs on a deeper level. 3. How to tell the 2 versions apart. Here's how to tell the difference, because this matters. Watch what your dog does with their body when they take your spot. A dog who's simply claiming a warm surface will settle loosely, muscles soft, breathing slow, no particular awareness of where you've gone. They chose the spot. They didn't choose it because of you. A dog acting from connection does something different. They orient. Before they fully settle, they glance toward wherever you went, or they keep one ear tilted in your direction even as the rest of their body relaxes. Some dogs will hold the spot and then, the moment you return, immediately yield it. Not because you asked, but because the point was never to take your place. The point was to stay close to you while you were gone. That yield is the tell. They weren't holding the territory. They were holding the warmth until you came back to fill it. 4. This goes back further than your living room. This goes back a lot further than your couch. Wild wolves sleep together in piles, not just for warmth, for social cohesion. The physical overlapping of bodies is how a pack maintains its bonds through rest. Scent exchange during sleep is one of the oldest trust rituals in canid behaviour. The wolves who slept closest to each other were the ones whose lives were most intertwined. Your dog still carries that code, the drive to stay physically close to the people, or the scent of the people they've bonded with isn't a quirk they developed in domestication. It's millions of years of pack wiring that never switched off. It just transferred from a pile of wolves in the early dark to a 70-pound golden retriever on your sectional. When your dog takes your spot, they're doing what their biology has always told them to do with the most important member of their group. Stay near, stay connected, don't let the scent go cold. Your couch is just where the pack sleeps now. 5. Your dog knows your schedule better than you think. Here's where it gets deeper. Dogs don't experience time the way you do, but they are extraordinarily precise biological clocks when it comes to the rhythms of the people they love. Research published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs show measurably higher anticipatory behavior, pacing, door watching, spot checking, in the window just before their owner typically returns home. Not when they hear the car, before. Their bodies start preparing for you before there's any external signal you're coming. Your dog knows roughly when you get up from the couch for a coffee refill. They know the difference between you leaving for the bathroom and leaving for work. A 2021 study found that dogs use both scent concentration and routine pattern together to predict owner behavior with surprising accuracy. So when your dog moves into your spot the second you vacate it, they may be doing something even more specific than seeking your scent. They may be anchoring themselves to the last place you were as a way of staying oriented to you, keeping you spatially present even when you're physically gone. It's a coping mechanism, a very endearing, slightly inconvenient coping mechanism. 6. The dark version. This is the part I mentioned at the beginning. Most of the time, your dog taking your spot is exactly what we've described: connection, scent comfort, pack instinct. But there's a version of the same behavior that means something different, and it's worth knowing how to read it. If your dog has recently started doing this more intensely, moving into your spot faster, refusing to give it up when you return, or showing signs of stress when they can't access it, that shift can signal something. Sudden increases in scent-seeking and proximity behavior are documented early markers of separation anxiety. A dog who needs your scent more desperately than before is often a dog who is struggling with something: a change in routine, a loss, pain they can't communicate any other way. Watch for the cluster: spot claiming plus increased following, plus disrupted sleep, plus loss of appetite, plus accidents in the house. Any 3 of those together, appearing within the same few weeks, is worth a conversation with your vet. It's not the spot stealing itself that's the warning. It's the desperation in it, the urgency, the way it stops feeling like affection and starts feeling like something they can't help. If your dog's relationship with your spot has shifted suddenly, don't brush it off. A vet visit can rule out pain or illness, and a behaviorist can help with anxiety early, before it deepens. Early makes all the difference. Point 7. You are their anchor. Point. Here's what ties everything together, and it's the one that makes people stop and sit with it for a second. Dogs experience the world as a series of safe zones and uncertain zones, and the boundary between those 2 things shifts constantly depending on one variable more than any other: where you are. Researchers at the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna ran a series of attachment studies using what's called the Strange Situation Test, the same framework used to measure how human toddlers bond with their caregivers. They put dogs in unfamiliar rooms, sometimes with their owner present, sometimes without. When the owner was in the room, dogs explored freely, confident, curious. The moment the owner left, exploration stopped. The dogs moved to the door. They waited. Not because the room changed, because the thing that made the room safe was gone. Your spot on the couch is the most concentrated version of you that exists in your home when you're not physically in it. The warmth, the scent, the exact shape of where you rest. A 65-pound shepherd mix pressing their whole body into that cushion isn't looking for comfort in the abstract. They are re-establishing their anchor point. They are finding the coordinates of you. Think about that for a second. You didn't leave the house. You walked to the kitchen, and your dog still needed to locate where you'd been, settle into it, and hold it, because that's how much your presence organizes their entire sense of the world. You're not just their favorite person. You are the thing that makes the room feel like home. And when you step out of it, even for 40 seconds, they move to the last place that still feels like you, and they stay there until you come back and fill it again.